Mexican.
Young perceptions of the world.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to a new episode of your podcast, Mexican Young Perceptions of the World.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Today, my sister Justine will be joining us.
Hi.
Yeah, we have a special guest with us because we have a special topic. You know, each episode is about a special topic, but this one had to be with another person
Exactly.
with us. So yeah, we
This-
invited
My sister. Yeah.
Justine Willis, right?
Yes.
Yes. And she seems like a very good person to have for this podcast because she loves instruments. She loves to play music. So I would say that she knows a thing or two about all of that. So yeah, that's why she's here today. And we kind of have a few topics planned out.
Yes, yeah. So we actually made like a little agenda. Thanks for the work, Jamie. And okay, so the main topic is going to be music, and it's a huge topic, but there are some controversial things about music going on right now. And the first thing is streaming platforms. Music streaming platforms.
Ooh, that's
What is going on with those things?
There's a lot of
Because we have a lot of
competition.
streaming platforms. Yeah. I mean, like the most common ones are like for the people who listen to us might be like Spotify or Apple Music, you know. But there are more than just two streaming platforms.
Yeah,
so
even
many.
YouTube I think has their own. Like you can get like a membership
Yeah,
just for
yeah.
music. It's crazy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I know. There are so many streaming platforms, but it's crazy because the other day I was trying to get my playlist from Spotify moved to Apple Music, and I realized that there were so many platforms online that I could transfer my playlist to.
That's interesting.
And then I was like, boom, like more than 50 streaming platforms.
What?
Like, do you imagine that?
That's
you know, like,
nuts.
But like, you know, what platforms do you use, Jamin and Justine?
Well, we actually use the same one, which is
Spotify.
Yeah, we have the family plan, so that works well for us. I've never used any other one. Like I've had iTunes before, but that was before it was like Apple Music, and I really like Spotify. How has it been for you?
Oh, I think it's great, and I like how they recommend songs for you that kind of fits into your theme of what you
Yeah,
enjoy to
that's
listen
good.
to.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. I used to be part of the Spotify family, but I had to go, sadly. I had to leave the Spotify group, and I moved to Apple Music, even though I don't have an Apple device. I'm not an Apple
The
customer.
irony.
Not at all. Yeah. I know. I understand the way you think, but maybe I need to share my point of view and why I decided to change.
I think that would be
The
good.
reason is, I mean, like, when we used to, you girls use Spotify, and maybe most of the people who listen to us are from Spotify, like from this platform, you know?
Yeah.
And they might think, like, Spotify is really great, you know, like, it gives you all these features that he just mentioned, Justine, but Apple Music does the same thing to you. But what makes it special that attracted me to take the decision to change? You know,
What
it
was
was
it?
because I found out that it has like special content for Apple Music only.
Okay, so
By this I mean like you get like special sessions as well as in Spotify, but in Apple Music you get more. You get more special content from the most popular artist, and you get this thing called radio station.
but
something
there
like
are
that.
radios on
I know Spotify has the same
yeah.
thing. Yeah. But in Apple Music, you can get a radio station made by an artist.
Oh, okay.
Like some popular DJ could make like his own radio station. You could be listening to that radio station.
I guess that's cool.
And I
yeah.
just thought that was cool. Yeah, and like some of my favorite musicians were on Apple Music making new content that was not on Spotify, and I was like, okay, maybe I need to give
Make
it a
the
try,
switch, yeah.
and-
I think that was
Yeah, but what do you girls think about it? Yeah, what do you think about these platforms?
Well, I guess I have a question. I'm not that familiar with Apple Music. Have you ever like even
No.
Yeah, I've never even like looked at the app.
Like, have you ever tried before?
No, I don't even really know how it works. Like, I know
No,
about
no.
no,
It comes with your device.
I know
You girls are
we
like
are.
Apple customers.
I know it's kind of ironic because Alan uses Apple Music, we use Spotify, and we both have
I know.
iPhones, so it's like
Yeah.
ironic.
Yeah.
But I'm not entirely sure how Apple Music works. Like, do they have family plans? Do they have student plans? I don't even know. What's the monthly fee?
they-
I'm not sure.
Look, I think it's almost the same price.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember the price here in Mexico, but it's almost the same price, and it's almost the same audio quality.
Well,
Like, just forget
yeah.
about the content, but like the quality of the audio, like the sounds, just the sounds, like it's just the same quality. Because I look it up and I was like, okay, maybe the sound is getting enhanced like on Apple Music, but it's not.
Huh.
It's just like
It's
the
interesting.
same kind of audio.
Yeah, I had no
But
idea
yeah.
about like different audio quality either. Like that's not something I've really paid attention
Yeah.
to. But what I really like about Spotify, and I'm pretty sure, as you said, it probably has this feature already on Apple Music, but I like that you can also have like group playlists, and it's just really compatible. And even
Yeah.
though most people I know have iPhones, like around here, my family, my cousins, they all have iPhones. I don't think anyone has like a non-iPhone, but everyone uses Spotify in my family. Like I've seen, like we have like a big family
She meant to say
playlist.
Android.
Oh yeah. That-
Not
that's how you.
iPhone. Sound a little bit like racist.
No, that's just how you can tell I
Just
love
kidding.
my iPhone.
Keep going.
But we have like a
I'm a
family
non-iPhone
playlist.
user.
We have a family playlist
Yeah,
that's fun,
yeah.
and that's how I know that like my cousins use it and stuff. And yeah, I really
Mhm.
like how well popular Spotify is, and I think that if I were to make the switch to Apple Music, I'd feel lonely. I'd have you, of course, on there. I miss having you on Spotify, but yeah, I think that I'm pretty happy with it. And you're the reason why my family and I started using Spotify. Do you remember that?
No, I
When we
don't
first
remember
met,
that.
you got me a present, and
Really?
you got me a 3-month
What would you use
membership.
then?
I never
Oh my
used.
gosh,
I never.
now I
I never
remember.
had it. I just
I
listened to
totally
music on
forgot.
YouTube. Yeah, you got me a 3-month
Yeah.
membership for Spotify, and I thought that was like the sweetest thing ever. And yeah, so that's when I started using Spotify, and my family started using it, and then eventually we just got a family membership. So thanks to you.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was a long time ago.
It was, but it was still the cutest
Yeah.
thing ever.
All right. Well, Justine, I want to ask you something. What do you
Yeah.
think about these streaming platforms? Like, if we look at a few years ago, we didn't used to have like these online ways of listening to music. It would be like physical things, you know, like a disc or
CDs.
more years ago in yeah, CDs, all those kind of stuff. And what do you think? Like the way people used to listen to music before, and the way we listen to music now.
Well, listening to music now is definitely more easier and more convenient, I guess you could say. Like when you used to put a CD on, I used to always have like my favorite song on the CD, so I'd always have to like skip through the CD player and find the song that I like.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely more
It's kind
convenient.
of like way easier.
Yeah.
And then you'd also have to worry about your CD being scratched, which was like a whole other issue.
Yeah,
So
you're right.
yeah, I think that it's also cheaper to just have one membership rather than pay for each individual song, because I don't know if you remember, Justine, but I bought like this, what was it? It was like a little kid CD, like for teenagers, or not teenagers, like it was like made for like 13-year-olds, which was the age I was at around the time when I bought this like album on iTunes, and you had to buy like each song separately for like $1.29, and that adds up. So
Yeah.
I think that having one fee per month, I mean, it can get expensive, but at least you save money in the long run, I think. So
Yeah, well, I think just like any kind of technology, we enjoy every stage of this process, because we can look at it as a process, music just being the same thing, but going through different process because we used to listen to it with physical things, with physical devices, like, I mean, like you require a CD to listen to a song or
That's
to
true.
a whole album, and now you just need your phone. It's on just like one click away, and like as you said, it's just way easier. And yeah, and I think it's like better for musicians as well to get
It's
more money.
true.
Perhaps I don't really
Yeah.
know much about it, but yeah, but like
Well, I think it makes
it's
sense.
gotta, like,
It's cheaper to
easier.
like share it. You don't have to like worry about getting like a physical copy sent out to people because all it takes is just one app on their phone and they can listen to your song. Like you have a song on Spotify, which you probably wouldn't have been able to do as easily without, technology the way it is now. So go check it out. It's
Yeah.
Wind's Mirage.
Yeah. Yeah. All this digital stuff. It allowed me to create a song, even though it's not a professional song. It's just like
I love it.
a homemade song that I created during quarantine. But yeah, let's move on to the next topic, which is still related to music. Now we're going to talk about popular music. And by this I mean like I want to focus on Latin music.
Okay, so
What do you think about this?
I think that we should also mention that Justine is learning Spanish, so
Yeah.
she's just
No,
dipping her
yeah.
toes in the water of Latin music in general. So Justine, I would like you to like tell us like what Spanish music do you know? Probably the music that I make you listen to, but tell
Yeah.
us, do you know anything about it?
Yeah,
What are your
tell-
favorite songs?
I don't really know any like titles. I have listened searched up like Spanish songs on Spotify, and I sometimes will listen to like a what's it called? Like a list or oh my gosh.
Like a playlist?
A playlist, yeah.
Playlist. Yeah.
A playlist of like Spanish music, but yeah, I don't really have any like specific titles I prefer.
What about Remember Me from Coco?
Okay. Yes, that one's a good one.
She tried to learn Remember Me on the guitar.
So did you.
Yeah.
Well, all this Latin music, it's been getting like very popular right now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think so? Like perhaps like 10 years ago or maybe 5 years ago,
It wasn't as popular.
Yeah, because we can see the charts on any streaming platform. You can see like the top 50, top 100
Mm-hmm.
songs global, and perhaps
Spanish
like
is
5
just-
years ago, maybe just one song, one Latin song was on that playlist.
Yeah.
But nowadays, there are more than 5, even 10 songs.
It's amazing.
Spanish and-
Globalization. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've actually noticed that. I don't know if you remember the song, but it's like Bailando, like that song.
Oh.
And that was the first time that I heard a Spanish song playing in a store because, we live in Canada,
Yeah.
so everything's usually in English and, well, very rarely in French, if ever, but Spanish. We
Yeah.
heard that one day, and I was just like, what? And then it just felt like the more that I started to learn Spanish, the more I started to hear songs, but it's also just like, I think it's just a coincidence because now, like, even the Black Eyed Peas have songs with J Balvin, like,
I know.
like, yeah,
I know,
it's just
right?
crazy that, like,
It-
people, like, from different parts of the world are making
Exactly.
music together, and it's popular.
they had to
Yeah.
because it's just what people is listening to right now.
Exactly.
So you girls, you like reggaeton? We can call it
I
like that,
happen
right?
to really like it. Yeah, like, I think that
You like it or
listen-
you love it?
I like it. It's not like I think that it's like makes you feel like in a cool mood. It's like, yeah, gonna like I don't know, like have some
And
fun. But yeah.
What about you, Justine? Do you like it
Ye-
or do you
She's
love reggaeton?
I don't know if I think that she is becoming more
do
aware
you
of
like
it.
hearing the
Like music that in Spanish that makes you want to dance.
Yeah.
Basically. It's like party music but Spanish.
Yeah, Yeah, I don't know if I've ever like really listened to
She
any.
has. She has.
I have.
With me.
Yeah.
I'm always playing music with her. Like Bad Bunny. Hey, I actually just showed you the music video from Bad Bunny the other day. I'm making my
And
family more aware.
Do you
Yes.
think those songs sound the same, or they have like a common sound?
I don't know.
I think that there are a lot
Or
of
do you
similarities.
find them just like very different from each other? Like any
I think you
Spanish
need to listen to
song that you
more.
I
pick
think
from.
so.
Well, okay,
Yeah, you
take
think
for
they're
example
different?
music from Coco, which is like something you know quite well,
Yes.
versus like the music that I show you on Spotify. Well, it's
Did you
because
say Coco?
that yes, the movie.
Yeah, but that's Mexican music. No.
I know,
Look,
I know, I
don't-
know.
no,
What I'm
Coco-
saying is,
It's not
what I'm saying
reggaeton.
is,
I'm
I know
trying to
it's not.
focus
That's
on
what I'm trying.
reggaeton.
No, I know. What I mean is like that's the difference of
That
like
is music.
what reggaeton
Yeah.
and versus like Mexican music, kind of like that. Like those are like the two
Okay, yeah,
differences
you
of
wanted
like music.
You wanted to put it that way, yeah, I like it.
Yeah, just so she could kind of like understand what reggaeton is. It's basically like party music.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think that my
Yeah,
sister
it's-
will like it the more she learns Spanish.
Yeah.
But you don't need to learn Spanish or to know Spanish to understand or to like really enjoy the music. And I think that's why like reggaeton music is so popular, because everyone can just enjoy it regardless of your native language.
Mhm. What do you think about the lyrics?
Well, I think that a lot of them aren't exactly like the best. Like they're not good role models. A lot of them are about like drugs, partying, you know, being with a lot of people. And I think that like that music is common in English as well, but I think that like I mean, you can hear it all the time with rappers and things like that. It's not anything new, but I think I can understand why there
Very
are a lot of
interesting.
people who say reggaeton is like not good, it's like trashy, but
Mhm.
I mean, then
Yeah.
it's the same in English. Like we have songs like that are like some of the most
Wow.
popular songs. I don't know. I still like the music
No,
regardless
yeah,
of the
I mean,
lyrics, but
I love that perspective because maybe we could compare this genre that you call trap, like the rappers in English, with
Yeah.
reggaeton, which is
that
in
would be a
Spanish.
very interesting.
Like they're not the
thing,
same
yeah.
sounds, but they have like almost the same opinion by the people, by the audience, you know, by some of the
Yeah,
audience.
like older people tend to dislike it because they're like, oh, that's like bad. But then the young people, it's what they listen
Exactly,
to when
yeah.
they party. So it's very similar,
Exactly.
even though it sounds a little bit different. So yeah, I think that would be a really good comparison.
Yeah, and just the same way you look, what you just said about reggaeton could be the same thing that some people here look at rap songs, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's very
I think that
interesting. It's very interesting.
yeah.
Like, cause here there are so many teenagers that love listening to, you know, like Drake and those kind of stuff, like Travis Scott
True.
and more of that kind of music. Sometimes we don't even know what they're saying. We just like the rhythm, you know, like.
Well, that's exactly it. Yeah, you don't need to like know the lyrics all the time to just
Yeah.
like enjoy the song.
But that's the point of view from a person, like a foreign person. But it's very interesting when it comes to people from here making a comment about a reggaeton song. There's some people here that just hate it, like say that it's just trash. Like
Well-
it has no music quality, like no harmony. It goes against the hard work that other musicians put into their songs, and they don't even get that popular as these.
Well, I
reggaeton
guess
songs.
that's like, you know, that's true because J Balvin, for example, I really love his music, no hate against him or anything, but I do find that he has so much music. Like, he just pumps out song after song, and sometimes the songs do feel very, like, close. Like, I don't really listen to every single one of his songs or anything, but I think that there is the tendency of those kind of people to, like, repeat a lot of sounds, and yet they still get super
Yeah.
popular. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know, it's very interesting.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's just this rhythm, very constant in reggaeton. I don't want to say that I'm against it, but because it's popular. I mean,
Yeah.
I liked some songs. They were part of my when I was 15 years old. I would dance to those songs. when I used to go to these quinceañeras party, and yeah, I mean, it's meant to be dance, I guess. It's just the
Yeah.
same rhythm, like tuk, 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 something like that. I mean,
Well, it has to have like a similar rhythm so that people can like dance to it. It can't just be slow
Yeah.
paced or anything. So
no,
Yeah,
no,
it makes
yeah, I
sense.
know, but there are just like other ways, you know.
I agree. I think that more originality is always better. Like, but at the same time, I love indie music. I love reggaeton. I love all kinds of music. So I think it just
Mhm.
depends on the mood of people. And my sister here, I think like another topic that we've kind of wanted to mention is like learning instruments and things like that. So this is more of like your guys' topic because my sister plays a lot of instruments and Alan is so talented with his musical abilities as well. So I think that would be a good point to move on to as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Alan, why don't you tell everybody what you do, what kind of instruments you're familiar with, and then Justine can do the same.
Yeah, I mean, I like playing the keyboard. I don't know how to play the piano because I don't read notes, but I play the keyboard. And I play the guitar a little bit. And yeah, that's it. What about you, Justin?
Well, I also play the guitar. I mean, I'm not very good at it, but I still like to, play a couple songs.
She's being modest
very
and
hard.
humble, and so is Alan. They are both super talented, but they're not going to, say that, so I'll be the one to say the truth.
Yeah, and I also play the clarinet and the ukulele, sort of.
Oh, wow, yeah. I love the ukulele. It has like a very
Me
nice
too.
sound. Do you think it's easier
And-
than learning how to play the guitar? Or is it like basically
Well-
the same thing?
The only thing with the ukulele is that there's 2 less strings, so putting your finger on the fretboard, it's a little smaller, and I had a hard time pressing down hard enough for a couple of the notes, but overall I think I prefer playing the guitar over the ukulele, as I just find it's a little bit easier even though there's 2 extra strings.
Yeah.
That's really interesting,
Yeah.
actually. I like
Yeah,
that.
no, there are so many instruments. There's a huge variety of instruments that people know how to play. And I have a question. Do you think, any human being is capable of playing at least one instrument?
I think with lots of practice it's possible.
Yeah, because there's people that says no, I'm not good at playing music, and they just don't give it a try, but they don't even know if they have that skill, you know?
I think they just haven't found the right instrument for them because, as you said, there are so many instruments. Also, she didn't mention that she also learned how to play the harp, so that's another instrument
yeah,
to
that's
add.
So cool. That is so cool.
But with that being said, she didn't like the harp. So if someone were to say, "Oh, I want to learn an instrument," and they learned the harp and they decided they didn't like it, and then they said, "I don't like playing instruments," that would be a shame because maybe they would like the ukulele or the guitar more. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah. And how was your story, Justine? How did you start to learn how to play? How was it?
Well,
What
when-
attracted you? What was that kept you with music?
Well, when I was younger, I was in piano lessons, but obviously that didn't go very far because I'm not good. But then,
Happened the same thing?
yeah. For my 14th birthday, I really wanted to get a guitar, and I did. And you also got a guitar. It was also an
She
early
doesn't even
birthday for
play.
you.
Hey, I've tried a few times, but as we kind of said, I don't feel like the guitar is the instrument that I'm the best at. I used to play the violin, and that instrument
Yeah.
clicked much better with me. So anyway,
Exactly.
Yeah, back to my story, and then, we both took guitar lessons for
yeah,
a year.
it was fun. We would
Yeah, I
we
remember
would
that.
have this.
You
Yeah,
had, like, a
we
little
had the same
concert.
teacher. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
She did great.
Yeah, and I don't take lessons anymore, but I still like to practice, so. And I just,
Yeah, it's good.
I don't know, I
It's always
really
good
like
to
playing the
practice.
guitar.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And I kind of have a question that's a little bit I don't know, I want to see, there are 2 sides on this, okay? Do you guys think that music should be a mandatory class in school? Because I know a lot of people are going to say, no, focus on math and science,
Yeah,
and other
you're right.
people are
That's a
going to
good
say
one.
yes. So I want to hear your opinions.
What do you think,
Well,
Justine?
I'll start this off, and I think it should be. When I did band class in grade 7, that was my first time taking band class. I really enjoyed it as a class, and I learned a lot about like the structure of music, and I wish I would have like kept going on with music. But the unfortunate part about music class now is that they're not actually doing like playing instruments anymore because of the whole virus that's been going on. They took that away.
So the class is gone now.
Well, I think they're still, like, they're learning about the theory of music, but they don't actually get to play the music instruments
At home.
anymore.
All right,
At least in our
Pittsburgh.
area.
Yeah, that's really disappointing. That might make a lot of kids like discouraged.
Yeah.
And Alan, how is it in Mexico? Are there any schools that have band class?
Yeah. There are some schools that have this music class as part of the course.
Okay.
When I was younger, like a kid, like your brother's age.
9, for the record, for the people listening who are unsure.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay.
I used to take these how do I say, like cultural class where I would need to learn how to play some kind of like this drum. It was like a kick. It was like a drum
Oh,
to play cultural songs from my state.
that's so cool. I love that.
Yeah, and it has like
did
a
you like
certain
it?
rhythm. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And I had one that was tiny, it was small, like this side, and I had one that was this big, like really big. And you would play with those sticks, like and there's a person with the flute, and there's more people playing the drum at the same time, and it's very
I love
yeah, it's
that.
very fun. Yeah, and I did that like for 1 year, I think, because I switched school, and I came to that school where I learned how to play that drum thing, and I was there for a year. So then I stopped because the courses changed, and I had to switch to a
Oh.
new grade, so it was like a little bit different. But my opinion is
Yeah.
that it should be mandatory, but only when you're a kid, like when you're very young.
Really? Okay.
Because that way, as a kid, you're always like very curious, and you don't find music as something very like it's not like a homework that you have to do, but something that you can enjoy. You can even play for your family. It's not something that
That's
you see.
nice,
It's
yeah.
not like math or like English. It's not something like that. But if you learn that during that age as a kid, then maybe when you grow up, you can decide if you want to keep playing music or not. Once you become like a teenager, it should not be mandatory, because like it's more like up to you. Like, well, now you've been playing for a few years. Do you want to keep playing or not? Yeah, I think it should maybe could be
Well,
like that way.
Yeah, I think that you have like a good point there. And in my experience, I actually think that they should either make some kind of art or music mandatory. I know that in high schools, like, we are so busy focusing on
yeah.
math and science and all those
Yeah,
other
art-
classes.
Art
But I
should
think
be
that either I think art or music should be mandatory, because I think it's good to also express your more creative side rather than just like analytical side. So I think that if someone
Yeah.
decides that music isn't for them, then they can do art. I think that it's good to have at least one way to express yourself, or just something like that. Even like a creative writing class. I took a creative writing class, so I'm gonna talk about that. For
Yeah.
me, that was my favorite way to like be expressive, and I like that some schools have those options, but I do think that like an artsy kind of class should be mandatory. That's what I think. I don't
Yeah.
know.
And like even writing is part of music too, because writing lyrics is just another kind of art as well. It's just not important
It's
only
true.
the part of like making the sounds, but writing a song is part of that too. So it's great
Yeah, and that's
knowing how to
overlooked.
write. I don't know how to write. It's just
Mhm. It's confusing.
yeah, it is confusing.
Okay, I have one more question before, if we have time, if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so this kind of made me think of another question to add to our agenda here. Do you think that in order to really say that you play an instrument, really well, do you think that you need to learn the notes, like actually how to read music? Because
Well,
I studied the violin for a few years and we had to learn both. We even had like tests that would grade us on how well we could read music, and that was my least favorite part. But I understand that it's important to have both. I just like the playing better.
well, there's something called music theory and the actual music instrument. So perhaps like someone could know how to play the instrument itself without knowing music theory. But having something that proves that you know both of them is great. I mean, it's totally great. But if you don't know one of, like me, I don't know music theory at all. Well, just the basic notes.
And you're great at like playing the guitar, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay at it. I'm not the best, but I wouldn't say that I know how to play well. I would say that I play it as a hobby. I'm not a musician. I'm not a musician. I just do it because I like it. I do it for fun. I don't do it for a living or something like that. But if I was to take classes, then maybe I could start saying like, yeah, I know how to play this instrument. That's what I think. What about you?
I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
Justine and Jamie.
Well, I do agree, like, with what you've said about that. Like, I also, like, I would never make a career out of, like, playing the guitar either. I just do it as a hobby because it's what I enjoy doing.
So do you think learning, like, the theory of it would wreck the fun out of playing it? Like, what do you think?
Well, I know that some people they learn instruments by ear, like, by listening, and other people, I don't know, they like to learn the notes, which I personally am not good at learning by ear. I like to follow notes. I really like learning, like, the theory behind the music and all of that stuff.
Okay, so you're actually on board with learning theory.
Yeah.
And I know Alan, he can listen to a song and play it back on the guitar. I've heard you do that before,
It's hard. Trying to get the sounds from a song and just playing it by yourself without even looking it up. It's hard. I'm not a master. I know a friend, Luis, is just really good at playing music by ear.
Yeah,
I've seen him doing it, and he's just great. But yeah.
Wow. That's really neat.
Well.
All right, Alan, do you have any other questions or like controversial topics or anything that you want to like mention before we go?
Well, the topic is about music, and the main ideas that I had in my agenda for this episode are done. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm trying to think what else we could say about music. Well, maybe we could like mention about our favorite musicians, like just as a way of finishing the episode. Why don't you girls start?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Tell us what you like.
Okay, Justine, go first.
Oh. Why don't you go first?
What are you listening
Okay,
to
I've
right
always-
now? Like these days? What are you listening to?
Well, Alan, you already know the answer on this one. I'm a big fan of Vance Joy because I love indie music. I love music that's just simple, that makes me feel good. Plus, I went to his concert, so I've always really loved like indie music. I think it's so simple. So I would say that this has been my favorite song for years now. Riptide, love it. It's still my favorite song. I could listen to it over and over, never get tired of it. So for me, that's my favorite song.
What about you, Justine?
Oh, honestly, I don't really have like any favorite song. I guess I've always liked Shotgun.
Oh, George Ezra.
Yeah, that's a good one too. I like it. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. So you like feel-good music.
Yeah.
I also want to mention I really love Marina. She was a singer in Marina and the Diamonds, and her voice is just the most beautiful voice on the planet. I love her music, especially the song Orange Trees. It's just so good. So I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Okay, Alan, your turn.
No, all of these recommendations are good. You know, you don't even know if anyone from the audience is gonna get hooked up to that song. Yeah.
Maybe.
And what about me? Well, maybe my friends like Luis, he would say like Daft Punk, but yeah, Daft Punk is my favorite group, and Random Access
Yeah.
Memories, my favorite album.
Aw.
And even though I don't listen to it every day, I know if I click on any of the songs of that album by accident, I wouldn't stop it. I wouldn't
You'll
pause
feel
it. Yeah, I
good.
would just
Yeah,
leave it there. I would
exactly.
just leave it there.
And I love that.
Because
And you have the vinyl now of
exactly,
Daft
yeah.
Punk.
Jamie got it for me. Thank you so much. That's a nice gift. Yeah, I like that.
Well,
I
I'm
like
glad.
that song so much. But these days I've been listening to this new group that I found, which is called Parcels.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know
I-
if I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Have
If
you?
you like
No.
that kind of like Daft Punk vibe with the guitar from this album, Random Access Memories, you will find the exact same sound with this other group called Parcels. They're from Australia, I think, or New Zealand, Australia, pretty much.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna have to check it out.
and they have
I
really
love
good
that.
music, and I've been listening to it all day, and it's just so great.
Just makes you feel
Yeah,
good.
yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
And how did you discover them? Did you find them on Apple
Good
or
question.
Spotify?
Look, this is gonna be another irony thingy. I found it on Spotify under recommendations.
See, Spotify.
But
The thing
look-
Justine said she loved.
look, this is what I
That's
had
so
to do to
funny.
find that song on Spotify. I had to click on one song on another song and click on the radio of the song. Because you can do that.
Oh,
You
wow.
can you can do that on Spotify. You can click on the radio of a song, like create a radio. That's what they call it on Spotify.
And then songs that are
But,
similar. Yeah.
But Spotify makes a playlist for you. Like it says something like playlist made for you. But out of all the songs that Spotify made for me throughout all the years that I had been with them, I never liked any of the songs. And now that I'm with Apple
That's so
Music, I have a new playlist that Apple made for me, and I totally love it. Like seriously, I've been adding
Oh, well, that's
adding
good.
songs and songs to my library because I like them. It got me. It read
Yeah.
my feelings. Like it knew what kind of music I like. So that's what I like a little
That's
bit more.
good. That's good to know. If anyone's debating between using Apple or Apple Music
Yeah.
or Spotify, I guess you've heard a lot
And
of
it's
pros
available
and
on
cons of
Android.
both.
That's something that some people may not know. Apple Music is available on Android. So yeah.
Go with Spotify.
So yeah, we're done with this episode. Thank you so much. And if you want to listen to these
Thank
amazing
you.
songs that we just mentioned, go run to your favorite music streaming platforms and listen to them.
Exactly. Thank you so much for being here, Justine. Thank you so much for listening
thank
to
you.
us.
Thank you,
It
Justine.
was a very nice.
We're gonna have you as a guest again in another episode.
Thank
If
you for
want.
having me.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. That would be great. I think that
Yeah.
would be cool. And she will listen to reggaeton, so next time she'll know what,
Yeah.
what that is.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Don't forget to follow us on our social medias and yeah. Bye.